Hello and welcome to the Royal Road School of Carmelite Prayer. We continue our journey through the book of Teresa's Foundations. Today we are looking at chapter 4, Counsels on Prayer. And please note that chapter 5 continues on the same subject, dealing with the substance of perfect prayer and how to acquire love. So let's turn our attention to chapter 4, which treats of some favors the Lord grants to the nuns in Teresa's monasteries, and she gives counsel to the prioresses about the attitude one should have towards these nuns. So she states, I thought I should give some counsels to the prioresses before I go further in order to help them better understand themselves and guide their subjects to receive greater benefit. Observing what has been happening spiritually in these 7 foundations to date, there is a need for what I want to say. If the spiritual experiences are not counterfeit, it's necessary that souls not be frightened. Because if we proceed with a pure conscience and obediently, the Lord will never permit the devil to harm our souls. He doesn't do as much harm, though, as our own imaginations and our bad humors, especially if there's melancholy, in other words, depression. Many persons have come to me, both men and women, who I felt were deceiving themselves unintentionally. Perhaps the Lord wants to exercise these people through their deceptions in order for them to gain experience. Things pertaining to prayer and perfection because of our own sins are discredited in the world. If people fear to walk this path of prayer, what would happen if we mentioned some of the dangers on this path? There is danger in everything, though, but I believe there is less of it for those who turn their thoughts more to God and strive for perfection in their lives. Since you often free us, Lord, from the dangers in which we place ourselves, how can one believe you will fail to free us when we aim to please and delight you in all? Good never brings about evil. May what I have said help us strive to walk better along this road of prayer, to please Him more and to find Him sooner, that we may walk with fortitude along a road that has many rugged mountains, but not be intimidated to walk through these mountains. In the end, we proceed with humility through the mercy of God, and if we do so, we will reach that city of Jerusalem, where all that has been suffered will be little or nothing in comparison with what is enjoyed. These little dovecots of the Virgin, Our Lady, are beginning to be inhabited, and the divine majesty has begun to show His greatness in these weak little women who are, though, strong in their desires and detachment from all creatures. Detachment, when practiced with pure conscience, must be what most joins the soul to God. If detachment is true, it is impossible to offend the Lord. Since in all their dealings these nuns are concerned with His Majesty, and He doesn't seem to want to leave them. Let those who are to come and who do not see this, not to blame the times that they're living in, for it is always a suitable time for God to grant great favors to one who truly serves Him. It is sometimes said that the first members of religious orders are granted great favors, as were our holy forebearers. This is true. But remember, they are the foundation for those to come. If those who come after would live as they did, the edifice of the order would always be firm. What does it profit me that those who came before me were holy if I'm making excuses for my bad habits? What if I justify my behavior by saying, I'm not one of the forebearers, and so I don't even recognize the difference between my life and their life of virtue? If I don't receive the favors you granted my forebearers, Lord, it is totally my fault. Nor is it useful to complain if the order declines. It is then that I have to be the kind of rock on which the edifice can once again be raised up. These favors that the Lord grants in these houses are many. If one or two in each house are led by meditation, all the rest reach contemplation. Some are so advanced that they even attain rapture. To others, the Lord grants, in addition to rapture, revelations and visions. But no, please understand that sanctity or holiness does not lie in these favors. So let me make it understood that the counsels I want to give here have a purpose. Amen. So this is the introduction to Teresa's counsels on prayer. We are going to be moving into chapter 5, where we will learn about the substance of perfect prayer and how to acquire love. God bless you for following along. Amen.